Hey, it's Sam back here. Welcome to this video for Leads Flow Pro. Now, I'm excited about the software today. The reason I'm excited about it is it's something new, something that I don't think you've probably ever seen before, but something that's extremely useful for your business if used correctly. Now, I want you to imagine, first of all, that you have an opt-in. Now, most of you'll probably have an opt-in. For example, you'll probably set up one of these opt-in pages either for a local business, your own business, or for some other purpose. Now, this opt-in form, once it's filled out, it submits an email and a name to your email account. Correct? It might be Aweber, it might be GetResponse, it might be iContact. Whatever it is, it submits that information to your email account and it stops there. From there, you might direct that person to a thank you page, another registration for a webinar. You might redirect them to a push notification list. You might redirect them to a text message notification list. All right, so each one of these is segmented into a different action. So if you want to get someone into your email subscriber list, and you want to get someone registered for a webinar, and you want to get someone to get notified by text messages from you, or send text message marketing to someone, it means you have to get 3 different actions from that individual. And that's hard. It means that you're likely to go ahead and miss out on a lot of visitors, because a lot of people will just scroll away because they will decide that they don't want to register for the webinar, or they'll decide that it's taking too long to register for text message marketing and they just won't want to do it. Well, this software, Leads Flow Pro, solves that problem. It takes those 3 or those 5 actions and it puts it down into one. So when someone goes ahead and submits an email address and their name in this form here, it not only submits them to Aweber, it could also submit them to your GetResponse account where you've got a funnel. It could also submit them to an Infusionsoft account. It could also at the same time submit them to a GoToWebinar account. And if you decided to capture in the phone number as well, it'll automatically at the same time submit them to your text message marketing account. So with one action that you've asked of them, instantly you've added them to a whole bunch of different sales funnels that fit in with your marketing. So here's an example: 3,000 leads in 30 days. This is a guide. I might want to run a sales webinar on how people can get coaching on how to do this in their own business. So what I would go ahead and do is I'd go ahead and I'd get someone to register for this. I'd also register them for the GoToWebinar webinar, so they get notified about the webinar and they're registered for the webinar. I'd also register them for text message marketing, so I could notify them about the webinar via text messages, and I might include them in my Infusionsoft sales funnel, so I could then direct them where I want them to go based on whether they purchase on that webinar or not. Do you see how powerful that could be? That's what this software is going to do for you, and it does it in a really quite cool way. So you go into lead flows, and you first of all can choose your different lead flows. You might be running an e-commerce business or want to create a sales funnel for that e-commerce business. You might just want an opt-in form for your digital marketing company. You might be looking to sell products, and as someone buys a product off you, as they register for the product, you might want to subscribe them to a different list of yours. 2 lists, 3 lists. Well, here's all the different integrations. First of all, I'll show you this before I actually show you how to set up this software. So the integrations that you've got available to you, and they're substantial, you've got access to all of these different API services, and that means that you can actually include these with that one action that you're encouraging people to take. So you've got ActiveCampaign, Aweber you can use, you've got GoToWebinar, Campaign Monitor, you've got Pushover, SendLane, you've got Twilio, Facebook, Full Contact, iContact, GetResponse, Infusionsoft, JVZoo, MadMimi, I'm not even sure what that is, MailChimp, you've got MailPoet, MyMail, RapidMailer, Ontraport, Sendinblue, Webinar Ignition, Wishlist members. You can actually register people for a membership as well as directing them to a place you want to go. Webinar Jam you've also got as well, Zapier, and those are the systems that are in there right now. So there's really no limits with what you can integrate this with. You can have someone get a membership set up when they opt in and also capture them in your subscriber list. Also, if you wanted to, you could actually advertise on Facebook. So if you're advertising on Facebook, you could actually send out an advertisement over Facebook, and then as you're advertising on Facebook, when people come from that ad in Facebook, you can track that. You can track how many sales that ad is producing, and you can add everyone that comes through into your subscriber list and get them their own membership or add them to a webinar. So this is a really quite a powerful software. So let me show you what this means for you. So let's go first of all over to lead flows. Right, now lead flows is we're the base of the software basically. So if you go into lead flows, you go add new lead flow. And this is going to give you 4 different options. You can add an external lead flow. All right, that's where someone clicks, they buy off your sales page outside of WordPress, and they go through this process, and you can register them for whatever you want to register them for. Also, form catcher. That's if you're capturing an opt-in, like 3,000 leads in 30 days. You want to register them for something, they register, and it then takes them to those actions that you want to take them through. E-commerce. They purchase an e-commerce product from you. It could be a T-shirt. It could be a electronic piece. It could be anything. They purchase that e-commerce product from you, and then you can actually redirect them and add them to whatever lists or whatever funnels that you want to. It could be an Infusionsoft to follow up with them even more. A text message marketing service where you actually email them. Or text them, sorry. Also, you could add them to GoToWebinar if you wanted to. And then you've got internal flow, which is inside of WordPress, right? Flows that are inside of WordPress. Let's choose, for the sake of it, one example today, form catcher. We'll do form catcher 3,000 in 30 days. Now, you would have noticed that when I was showing you those API services, I've only integrated this with a few set APIs right now. So just understand that those APIs have been added in and they are active. However, the ones that aren't added in yet, you need to actually connect them up with an API. Okay, and every one of these softwares has an API that you can connect into. It's really easy to find that information. There's training in the members area that's really comprehensive on how to do that as well. So then, after we've decided that we want to do this, we can then start to create our web form. So we first of all click on our web form. We decide that we want to add an Aweber. We choose the list we want people to subscribe to. And then as people subscribe, what's going to happen is that I can send them our autoresponder messages. They're subscribed. I've got their email and their name inside of my Aweber account, and we're good to go. We can also add them to GoToWebinar. So if I wanted to register people as well to GoToWebinar, I've added that now into my form. So within that same action, that one action that someone takes, they opt in, they're added to GoToWebinar, they're added to Aweber, it's all done. Also, I could add them to Twilio if I wanted to actually generate a text message marketing list. So then I've added them to Twilio down here. I would add their recipient email, and I'd add their phone number. I'd have to add in a phone number field here, and I'd add in a message here. Confirm your subscription. Alright, and make sure that you mention as they're opting in that you're actually going to be registering them for text message marketing if you're doing this, because that's really important. Alright, then from there we could, if we wanted to, add them to ActiveCampaign. We could, out of the features that I have here, we could add them to SendLane as well, so we have a backup subscriber list just in case, and that's how the software works. Now we click Update, and what it's going to do is it's going to now create our web form. It creates 2 types of web forms. It creates a web form that can be used externally and a web form that can be used internally. And there's one major feature here which is just really quite cool. And I'll show you this in just a second, that is to do with links. So we're going to choose here if we go up here, we're going to choose to enable this. We've got our local form. We're going to choose a remote form. And this is our form code here. We copy this, we add this into our web page anywhere, an HTML website, WordPress website, add this in, and it will include a form created by this Leadsflow Pro system that will then allow people, when they opt in, to be added to these different services. Now, you can also customize your opt-in. That you can customize the look and feel of this opt-in through opt-ins, which is right here. All right, you can actually create your own opt-ins. You go add new opt-in. It's going to add a new opt-in. You've got a choice of where you'd like your opt-in to pop up, and then you get to choose a template as well. So you can actually go ahead. You can go save and preview, and you can go ahead and preview what this is going to look like. You can also choose from a range of different templates that they have here as well. So if I was to go, and I'll click OK there, I'm just going to OK this, always allow. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here. You'll see that we actually have a templates section. Where is it gone? Download more templates. Here we are. We download more templates. And here they go. So you can actually choose from these different templates to use with your marketing as well. So they give you a head start, and you can make your opt-ins look really, really good. So they look attractive, so people want to go ahead and subscribe. You can also do A/B split testing, so you can actually split test your different forms against each other, split test your different lead flows against each other, split test your different campaigns, or if you wanted to, you could actually split test your different traffic sources. Now what we can also do is we go back to Leadsflow, and this is one of the key features that I really liked. If you're an email marketer, you're going to really like this feature, and I really liked it because it's something that is important for me. So email marketing. I'm just going to create a new campaign. I'm going to publish it now, and I've created a random campaign for email marketing. Now this is where it's really quite cool. Now if we go in here, you'll see the sample flow URL. This is what is a URL that will actually add people into your email marketing list just from clicking on your link. So say, for example, you wanted to register people for your webinar. They're already on your subscriber list. You know they want to register. You can say, click here to register, opposed from having to get them to fill out another form. As soon as they click inside of your email, they're automatically registered into your GoToWebinar. All they need to do is click on this link, and you can even customize the look of this link. So you could say click here. You can even customize the look of it. So if anyone clicks on this link, it's going to add them into your GoToWebinar. It could add them into your Twilio if you wanted to, if you had their cell phone number as well. You could add them into your other Aweber account or your other Infusionsoft account, Onraport account, all done through this software. So there's a lot of potential for what the software can do. And if you're looking at this right now, you can probably think of many places you could apply this in local businesses or in your own business as well. It allows you to create lead flows, customized lead flows, where you can integrate a bunch of different softwares and take people through a sales funnel that's going to be really, really effective and have a number of different ways of engaging that particular subscriber. And sometimes that's what produces a sale. They're seeing you on their cell phone, they're seeing you in GoToWebinar, they're seeing you in their email, they're seeing you all around the place, different sales messages, and that's going to increase the likelihood of you making a sale. So these guys have created this, they're using it right now in their business, they've had a lot of success. They were telling me that they've had something like, they've created over $1 million, 7 figures worth of success with this, testing it with clients and in their own business, which is quite impressive. After testing out the software, I really like what I see. It also stores the subscribers, so you have a backup, you can import them and download them. You've got statistics here to monitor your what's going on, and you've also got settings, obviously, where you can add different parts, APIs. You can add mobile access, and mobile is getting quite popular now. It's always been quite popular, but it's getting particularly popular this week with 2 products coming out. And you've got a bunch of other data that you can customize as well. So my advice, after seeing LeadsFlow Pro, I really like this software. I think it's a useful software that really fills a need in the market. And if you're a serious marketer, this could be quite useful, and I think you'll get a lot of value out of it. So thanks for listening. This is Sam Becker. I hope this was educational. You now understand what LeadsFlow Pro is. It was difficult to do this because there isn't actually that much information out there about LeadsFlow. I had to learn the system from the ground up. It took about 20 to 30 minutes to do that, so there is a little bit of a learning curve, but once you get going, once you start connecting things up, you'll start to begin to develop an understanding of exactly how to use this system. So I hope this has been good for you. I hope you understand now how to use LeadsFlow Pro, and if this is useful for you in your business, I encourage you to go down below, find out more information, get access, and get the best bonuses that are available down below. Thank you for listening. This is Sam Becker. I'll see you later.